Great Icy Adventure. High atop a snowy cliff in the Antarctic, the morning sun began to glow. Siku and Lumi stretched their flippers and looked out at the vast white world. "It is a perfect day for a journey," Siku chirped, his black plasticine back shining in the light. Suddenly, a tiny tuft of gray fluff wiggled between them. It was Pippin, the youngest member of the family. He hopped onto a pile of soft snow and let out a happy squeak. "Can we go to the great hill today?" Pippin asked, his little clay feet leaving round prints in the ground. Siku looked down at Pippin and nodded. "Today is the day you learn the great slide." He pointed a flipper toward a mountain that looked like a giant scoop of vanilla ice cream. Pippin's eyes went wide as he looked up at the tall, curvy peak. When they reached the top, the wind whistled a chilly tune. Pippin looked down the long, slippery slope. It looked very far away and very fast. He took one tiny step back, his little clay heart thumping. Lumi swam through the soft snow to the bottom of the hill. She looked up and waved her flippers. "Don't be afraid, Pippin," she called out. "Just tuck your toes and lean forward. I'll be right here to catch you." Pippin took a deep breath. He lay down on his round gray belly. With a tiny push from his feet, he began to move. "Whoosh!" he cried. He started slow, but then he began to pick up speed, zipping over the smooth clay ice. Siku watched from the top, cheering loudly as Pippin zoomed down the hill. Pippin reached the bottom and rolled into a soft snowbank with a happy plop. Siku slid down right after him, landing gracefully on his feet. "You did it!" Siku laughed. "Look over there," Lumi said, pointing toward a shimmering archway in the ice. "The crystal cave is open." The cave sparkled with every color of the rainbow, beckoning the family to explore its mysterious depths. Pippin and Lumi stepped inside the cave first. The walls were made of clear blue ice that looked like glass. "It's like a palace made of diamonds," Pippin whispered. His voice echoed off the smooth, cold walls. Deep inside, Siku found something amazing. A giant ice crystal was growing from the floor, glowing with a soft, pulsing light. Pippin ran over to see. "It's a winter gem!" he exclaimed, mesmerized by the blue glow. Suddenly, Siku looked toward the cave entrance. The bright sky had turned a heavy, dark gray. He could hear the wind begin to howl like a hungry wolf. "A storm is coming," Siku said, his expression becoming serious. Lumi gathered Pippin close to her side. The wind began to blow snow into the cave, turning everything white. "We must stay together," Lumi shouted over the roar of the wind. "The great huddle will keep us warm." Siku and Lumi stood side by side at the front of the cave, acting as a shield. They pressed their thick, warm bodies together to block the freezing wind from reaching Pippin. The plasticine of their coats looked sturdy and strong. Pippin felt safe and warm tucked between Lumi and the cave wall. He listened to the rhythmic thumping of his mother's heart. Even though the storm was loud outside, inside their huddle, it was peaceful and cozy. After a long time, the wind stopped howling. Siku stepped outside and saw that the world was covered in a fresh, thick blanket of snow. "The storm is over, Pippin," he called. Pippin hopped out, shaking the white dust off his gray fluff. As the stars began to twinkle, a ribbon of green and purple light stretched across the sky. Lumi and Siku looked up in awe. "The aurora is dancing for us," Lumi whispered, her face glowing in the colorful light. Pippin danced along with the lights, waving his flippers at the sky. Lumi joined him, spinning in a slow circle. The Antarctic night was no longer dark. It was filled with magic and color. "It's time to head home," Siku said gently. He led the way across the frozen sea ice. Pippin followed close behind, stepping carefully into Siku's large, steady footprints. They walked past sleeping seals made of gray clay. When they reached their nest, the moon was high and bright. Siku and Lumi began to arrange the smooth stones of their home, making it extra comfortable for the night. "We had a big adventure today," Lumi said with a smile. Pippin curled up in the center of the warm stone nest. Siku leaned over and tucked him in with a gentle nudge of his beak. "Good night, little explorer," Siku whispered. Soon the whole family was fast asleep under the stars.